Hi, and welcome back. Today, we are going to talk about how to bounce back after dealing with postpartum depression. So, we've been doing this series where we talk about postpartum depression, what happens after a mother delivers, and you have your baby, but you're not feeling so much like yourself. You're not back to yourself. So, today, we're going to talk about how do you bounce back after dealing with postpartum depression. So, let's get into it. So, the first thing I would recommend is that if you have had postpartum depression, don't feel guilty. Don't you be kind on yourself. Do not feel like you've wasted time, that you've wasted the connection with your child. Just give yourself some grace, give yourself time, and you rebuild yourself slowly at a time. Don't try to bounce back so fast. You have to accept that you have had the depression, for example, and then now you have to get out of it at one step at a time. Do not feel like you've lost time or connection with yourself or with your child. So give yourself grace, be kind to yourself. Just as you would talk to someone who might have gone through the same, do the same thing for yourself. Be kind, use positive words for yourself. Say, I'm healing, I'm getting better each day, I'm not the same person I was yesterday, so today is gonna be a good day. Just motivate yourself. Positive self-talk. The other thing is just layer your habits slowly by slowly. Start small, like waking up before 8 a.m. You make your bed, take a shower, brush your teeth, dress to shoes, like just dress and feel nice about yourself. And then maybe you can take a walk, do something that brings you joy. Maybe go out for your favorite snack. Do something that really brings you joy. So that's the second tip. Just start slowly. And this is habit forming is a thing that has been discussed by many experts. That's as in the book Tiny Habits or Atomic Habits, where you choose something that you love doing. For example, maybe you love having a hearty breakfast. So if you love having a hearty breakfast, and that's something that you do every day, now say, before I have my breakfast, I'm going to shower, I'm going to make the bed, and I'm going to brush my teeth. So by the time you're having breakfast, you'll have achieved 3 goals now, and breakfast will be the fourth one. So you are using an already established habit, that is having breakfast at a certain time, and then using it to stack a few more habits that are beneficial and that will pull you out of that situation that you've been in. You have established a routine. This is where nutrition comes in. So you need to feed your body or nourish your body with foods that will re-energize you. They will rejuvenate you. These are things like omega-3 and 6 fats, things like calcium, iron, because your body has undergone a big change, from carrying the pregnancy. Now you've delivered the child, you're breastfeeding, so your body has gone through a lot, hormonal changes and all this. So now you need to nourish it and feed it with the right foods. So from breakfast to lunch and supper, you should make sure that your food is having a good portion of proteins, good portion of carbohydrates, and vegetables. Leafy green vegetables will give you iron, and you can also add some nuts to give you the healthy oils. The other thing, hydrate. Make sure you're drinking enough water. It's good for you and it's good for your child. If you're still breastfeeding, even if your child has started complementary feeding, hydration is very important. And your skin is gonna thank you. If you're eating well and you've gotten some sort of routine, it's time to move gently. Start with a simple thing like taking a walk or just dancing. Move your body, dance around, have some energy, bring some energy into your life. You can do some yoga stretches. You can go to the gym, take a short stroll, or even if you have a baby stroller, you can go for a walk with your baby. That will give you some energy for sure, and some much needed sunlight. Sometimes you stay in the house for so long, you haven't seen the sun especially the morning sun, in 3 or more months. So start moving gently. Again, listen to your body. If you're feeling tired, take a break, but try and move gently. From 10 minutes, 15, it is very important that you move your body. So now you've gotten a routine, you're eating well, and you have started to move gently. It's time to reconnect with yourself. What are those things you loved doing before you got pregnant or even before you delivered your baby? Was it journaling? Was it writing some poems? Did you love to sing? Did you love to go and hang out with friends? You can start doing that. Reconnect with yourself. Maybe start keeping a diary and experiences about your child, your newborn. You know that newborn stage will not last forever. So you need to reconnect with yourself. Start journaling, start doing things that you did and gave you the spark before you got into that position that you're in. So that is tip number 5. So now on to point number 6. You need a support system. This could be as easy as asking your partner or your husband or whoever is in the house to help you with the baby, maybe just holding them for a few minutes, and you need to get that support. It could also be a community of other new moms, maybe on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram. If you're connecting with people online, you also need to make sure you're not spending all your time online, but you need a support system. So whatever works for you. If it is connecting with your other family members, cousins, aunties, uncles, if it is talking to people you haven't talked to in a while, try and get a support system. This is someone who can even come and babysit your child, and maybe you'll have an hour or so of rest or just some me time. You need someone to support you through this stage. You cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone, and you're not alone. There are other people who are going through such things. So don't feel like you're in an island by yourself because you have undergone postpartum depression. You can still bounce back. You can still get back to your normal self. Engage in the activities that you loved to do before. Was it going to the park? Was it just calling people or visiting people? If you can now live with your baby or leave your baby behind, you can do it. Remember, most of us go back to work maybe 2.5 months, some from 3 months, some for 4 months. Do not stay by yourself for so long. So because loneliness, when you are lonely, you feel like everything is against you, the world is not moving in the right pace. But when you go out there and see what other people are doing, you'll be motivated, you'll be energized to keep going, to keep showing up for yourself, to keep showing up for your baby. And now you're done with that stage. Don't think of yourself any longer that like someone who's depressed. You're no longer depressed. You're getting out of depression. And maybe you can talk to a few people here and there, just hear their perspective or their opinion about what they did after they got a newborn child. Ask someone, ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions. This is what forms your support system, your community. Remember, a child is raised by a village, so you're gonna have your own village. Start with the first 7 people that you can easily call and they will respond. These are like your close knit circle. Then from there you can go to your next 24 people. These are people that are acquaintances, but if you have a question or if you have a need, you can easily call them and they will respond. From there, go to your 72. This is a bigger community, maybe a church group, or maybe people you studied with in college or in high school or in university. These are people you can depend on them for a bigger occasion, okay? And at this point, if people are willing or are asking to come and visit your child, you can welcome them. Clean your house, get ready to receive guests. A guest always brings some sort of energy or vibration that will help you get out from your current situation. Because I remember when I was feeling down and someone was coming to visit, I had to shower, I had to get the sitting room ready, or make sure there's a meal that they can take. So doing those things would get me out of my slump, or that situation of feeling like, oh, today is such a dull day, today I'm feeling like I'm not myself. And when you have a visitor coming, they will come and maybe ask you how you're doing, see the child, bring you a gift or two. I love gifts. So my community, they were able to bring me gifts, and also I also got to visit other places. My support system or my community, they were the kind that would call and say, oh, we're coming to visit, but we are not staying, we are going to a certain place, let's go for a hike, we will drive you there, we will drive you guys there. So I would go, me, my husband, my firstborn, and the newborn, we would go for a drive, for a hike. And now when I look back at my gallery, my photo gallery, I'm really happy that I went for those events. Some I went with like untidy hair. Some I was not even really in the mood to go, but I showed up. Of course, sometimes I was really pushed to get out of the house, but I showed up for myself. I showed up for my child. So we created some memories with my community. And at that time, I also got to follow new moms on social media and see what they are doing. And I was really motivated to see people are actually sharing their stories from as a child who's like 2 days 1 week, 2 weeks, I'm like, wow, wow. So people are doing good out here, and even with the struggles of breastfeeding, the anxiety of having a newborn, having forgotten how to mother a newborn, I was able to connect and see that I'm not alone in this motherhood journey, in this postpartum journey, and I was able to embrace that. And now I would consider myself a new person. Now I'm a mother of two. I'm no longer a girl. I'm no longer a mother of one. I'm a mother of two. That changes my status. When I go to introduce myself, I'll say I'm a mother of two. I'm a mother of two lovely children. And just being in that mental space, having that new identity, being part of a community that embraces me now as a mother of two children, that really helped me a lot. And I was able to communicate my needs better. I was able to say, oh, today I feel like a walk, today I want to go out. Could you take care of the child for a little bit? Or I want to go and visit so and so. And for me, whenever I visit someone, it brings me joy. It brings me joy. And when I'm outside the house, I don't have to think of what is going to be cooked, who is going to clean the washroom, who is going to do this. Where is my other firstborn? Where is he running at? When I'm visiting someone, because I'm now in the environment or in their house, somehow it brings me peace or joy. So I really, really give thanks to my community. If you are there inviting me to come out and visit with you, thank you so much. All right. So something else, although this took me a while, I have been an avid church goer. I love God. I have been a strong Christian for the longest time. But during this stage, I did not attend church as much, especially at the newborn stage. I did not attend church. And then when my child was dedicated, after the second born was dedicated, I tried to go to church, but I would get so tired to a point I would sleep during the service or when we are in the creche, because the new moms have a different place where they stay during the service. So I felt like, I'm not really getting what I want by being in church. So at some point I avoided church, but I would try as much as possible to listening to the online services. And over time, my faith I was able to reconnect with God, to reconnect with my faith in believing that I'm a strong woman, I'm a strong mom. And eventually I was able to go back to church and to enjoy being in church. Now at this point, my child would sleep through most of the service, so I was not feeling like I'm disturbing the whole church or I'm disturbing the whole community. So reconnect with your faith and with your beliefs, and know that it is a process, it is a stage. There is no storm that lasts forever. At some point, the rain will stop and we'll feel better. The clouds will go away, the sun will come out, you will feel so much better. And at that point, you will be able to appreciate or be more grateful of what God has done in your life, of how how He has shaped your life, how He has held you, because depression kind of changes your mind, changes your mental state. But whether it's postpartum or whatever, it changes your mind. But when you are held, when you feel like, I'm resting on the promises of God, I'm resting on what He has said in His Word, you feel so much relief, and you are able to kind of, like deep down in your soul, you feel better and much at peace. So reconnect with your faith and enjoy that healing process. Know that God is the one who has given you that gift of a child, and now He's restoring you to yourself and to embrace your purpose. It could be raising that child is your purpose, or just nurturing that child is your purpose. So embrace it and make it part of you, and your relationship with God will be stronger from that experience. Remember, experiences are meant to shape us. They are meant to mold us. They are not there to destroy us completely. The Bible has promised that there is nothing that is He has allowed to come that will really destroy you. You might be shaken, you might be weary, but you're not gonna be destroyed. All right. So last but not least, you should now embrace your new identity. The new you. You have changed. You've carried 1 or 2 or 3 pregnancies. You are a new person. You are a new creation. Even the Bible says that, yeah? You are a new creation. So enjoy it, embrace it, and make it a part of you. Remember, you will never get back to the person you were before, yeah? You will never get back to that body you had before, but you can get a new body. Like me now, I love my body. It's not yet what I want it to be, but I love it. I have changed everything has changed. Even my face has changed. My hair has changed. Everything has changed. But I am loving the season that I'm in. I know it's a season, and now I'm happier for it. I'm happier for myself. I'm happier for my child. She's a beautiful, happy girl. and she's, we named her Goodness. Goodness, like, not really that goodness. It's the goodness of the Lord in our life. So we are really happy for where we are at this point. And I want to encourage you, if you're going through postpartum depression, you are not alone. You can get out of it. You can bounce back. You can embrace that new identity, and you can really live out your purpose. Because I believe everyone has a purpose in life, whether it is raising your child, training them in the right way, or just being there for your community, for your family. There is a purpose for your life. So do not feel discouraged. You can get through this. You will get through this. And if you need the support from a mental health counselor, we have one on board at Malkia Nutrition. Myself, I'm a nutritionist, but on my team, we have a counseling psychologist who can talk to you. They can help you just figure out this new stage that you're in. Give us a call on 0798 907 154, and we'll be glad to book a session and talk with you. Remember, depression is something that you get out of by having a support system, eating right, moving yourself, moving your body, reconnecting with yourself, who you were before. But you will not be the same person. You will be changed, but there are aspects of you that will remain. Those are like the facts of your life will remain. You are a woman, you are a mother, you are a wife or a partner to someone, you are a daughter to someone, you are a sister to someone. Those are facts that won't change. So embrace them. Do not feel terrified. There are people who feel terrified and the anxiety just blocks their mind. Like your mind, you're just anxious about everything. Remember, that is also something we are advised in the Bible, not to be anxious about anything, but to pray and make sure that all these burdens, we bring them to the Lord. So I hope this video has been beneficial to you. If you have enjoyed this content, kindly share it with someone. And if you have not watched my other previous videos, please do so. They are appearing on the right hand corner on your screen, and you can watch them. So see you on the next video. Bye.